WrestleMania 41 kicked off Saturday night at the Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas with a stacked card headlined by CM Punk versus Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns in a triple threat match and a World Heavyweight Championship with Jay Gunther defending against Jey Uso. Who went down at the top stars at the grand stage, and we'll find out in this video. And yeah, we're going to start off with the World Heavyweight Championships. Jey Uso versus Gunther, and Jey Uso is now the world champion. The men's Royal Rumble winner made good on his latest chance to defeat the Ring General using his own arsenal against him. Uso dropped him a powerbomb, delivered 3 consecutive top rope splashes, and tapped him out with a rear naked choke to secure the World Heavyweight Championship as eluded him previously. The finishing sequence is a culmination of his contest that saw both combatants throw everything they had at each other, unleashing chops and super kicks and daring each other to answer. They did all the way out until Uso unloaded with what Gunther did not expect, his own signature maneuver. By the time the challenger locked in the choke, the ring general had no fight left, and his reign came to a halt. A great opener with a red hot crowd. The outcome felt inevitable, but Uso out wrestling him was great. And you know, the coronation Uso's earned, kind of the way he's done it, organically, yeah, it's great stuff. 8 out of 10. Before we got the World Tag Team Championship match, the War Raiders against the New Day. The New Day are not Rock anymore, but they are champions, defeating the War Raiders. Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods overcame the size and strength of their opponents to secure the victory, earning their 12th main roster tag title win. The match featured some perfectly acceptable wrestling from 2 veteran tag teams, but Luck and Story coming off the Hayabusa's championship victory really hurt this, leading to a quieter crowd than one would have hoped for the talent involved. I really thought this being on the main card as well would pave the way to Big E kind of making a return, but it never really appeared. So yeah, this is a bit of a letdown on the whole. 5 out of 10. Jade Cargill then seemingly put her rival Naomi behind her in an emphatic victory in which she absorbed everything the former women's champion threw her way before powering her up on her shoulders, turning it into a powerbomb, and added Jada for the pinfall win. This story entering the contest was great, and Naomi shined as heel, but there were questions about the match once it got to the ring. Their worries were extinguished early though, as the heel remained a world of her excellence, and Cargill delivered her best singles performance yet in a ring of WWE. The chemistry was there to the point that there was no bad thing to see them run it back in to attempt to get Naomi some of her heat back, while Cargill appears to be in a position to make a legitimate championship run during her comeback. So yeah, this was good stuff. Get a 6 out of 10 from me. Perfectly what it needed to build Cargill up. So yeah, good stuff. Jacob Fatu then battled LA Knight for the US title. Fatu has been one of the most visually impressive wrestlers on the roster since his arrival last summer in front of a jam-packed Allegiant Stadium. He earned his first piece of championship gold with an emphatic victory over Knight. Fatu overcomes several high-impact manoeuvres from the megastar to stand him and delivers some consecutive moonsaults for the victory. This was the second year in a row in which Knight's scheduled match flew under the radar, but wound up being one of the best contests on the show. His chemistry with Fatu has been apparent in recent weeks and ahead of the event, and they saved their best for when it counted. A significant moment for Fatu. It should be the start of a major run for Samoan Werewolf, who definitely has world championship potential. So yeah, this was good stuff. Can't wait to see what you can do with the belt. 7 out of 10. Ray Phoenix then replaced the injured El Grande Americano, defending Lucha Libre against El Grande Americano. He didn't fare any better than a legend would have, thanks in large part to the heel's reliance on an undetected metal plate. Grande tucked it in his mask, so when Phoenix kicked him in the face, it hurt his own ankle. From there, obviously, Chad Gable delivered a diving headbutt, driving the metal into his opponent's face and scoring the pinfall victory. It was a long overdue moment for the Olympian, who's been one of the hidden gems on the roster for a long time. For Phoenix, it's merely the start of what could be a fruitful run with a company that's already invested in the presentation, while bigger and better in mind in the coming weeks and months. Here's hoping for a mastering mask match between the competitors involved in the series at some point. Ends with the explosion of Gable's charade. But yeah, this gets a 5 out of 10 for me. Obviously, it's a bit of a shame about how it all changed up, but I think they did as much as they could over what they had. But moving on then to the Women's Championship, Tiffany Stratton against Charlotte Flair, and Stratton sent an emphatic message to the wrestling world in that she's a legitimate champion, defeating Charlotte Flair to retain the title. The Centre of the Universe and the Queen beat the life out of each other in a contest that reflected the intensely personal rivalry that preceded it. So much so that Stratton was clearly missing at least part of the tooth afterwards. Both women targeted each other's knees and failed to put the other away with one set of finishes. Stratton, though, recovered from missing out on the prettiest moonsault ever to deliver another and secure the victory. A star-making performance from Stratton, one we'll look back on as a moment she earned credibility, needed to be a believable champion. For Charlotte, it's yet another example of her excellence when it comes to big matches like this. So yeah, on the whole, this was great. 8 out of 10. And it then moved to the triple threat match, Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns and CM Punk. And Seth Rollins got the victory in a phenomenal match that concluded with Paul Heyman betraying his best friend and tribal chief, aligning with a visionary. The finish saw Rollins blast Reigns with a steel chair and deliver a stomp for the pinfall. The stomp faces some and singing of Rollins seen by the others suggests the twist ending went over as expected, with some not foreseeing the betrayal and others embracing a new pairing of the Visionary and Heyman. The contest itself was extraordinary, a match of the year contender with tremendous and dramatic near falls. The action built throughout with a barrage of finish gave way to the excellent surprise finish and propelled the story forward, creating intrigue and application for what is next. A brilliant way to end the show, and this gets a 9 out of 10 from me. Outstanding. And overall, WrestleMania Night 1 was, I'd say, a mixed bag. Some of the matches outperforming expectations, some not. At the end of the journey, though, Saturday, though, was an all-time main event that concluded with shocking developments. The main event, coupled with Usai's win, was good, but there was some stuff that was lacking on it as well. But I think we still got another night to go, and I'm very excited for Night 2 now. So yeah, on the whole, this gets a 7 out of 10 from me. Guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily wrestling news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.